Hi everybody, it's Belinda from Belinda's Book Nook, and here I am with a book haul. I go back and forth whether I want to do a book haul because, you know, sometimes people don't want to watch them, but I find that despite my efforts to not buy more books and not be tempted, I still watch book hauls. I like to see the ideas. I like to see what's out there. I like to see what people's thoughts are on some of the books, where they got them, things like that. So I'm going to share them periodically. I won't necessarily do it as regular as some people do, but when I feel inspired to do it, I'll do so. And I felt inspired to do one because I feel like I haven't been active very much. So what I did is the other day my kids had their dentist appointment, and there is a used bookstore that I have to pass to go there and to leave there. And it's just, as a book lover, you don't want to pass by an independent bookstore and not give them your business. And that's one of the ways that I look at my justification of going in. So I brought them in. I said, you guys had a great checkup. You each can pick a book, and I'm going to go look. I have a list that I have with me all the time in case I happen to come across certain books that I'm looking for. Usually books to complete a series or a book that I've heard about or what have you. I went in there initially looking also for the book The Circle by Dave Eggers. I had read several years ago, Zaytoon was a book by Dave Eggers, and that book was about the Katrina and the aftermath and what happened and stuff. That it was really good. There was controversy around the book, but it was a good book. Anyhow, The Circle is another book that he's written recently, and apparently they're getting ready to make a film of it. And the irony is I had seen this in the used bookstores over and over, and I kind of like, I'll get to it. And I didn't pick it up. And so now when I go to try to pick it up, they're sold out. They only have new copies because everybody knows the movie's coming. So I've kind of missed that train. But that's one of the books that I went in there to look for. But I always have my trusty list that has other books that I'm looking for. And one of them was Octavia Butler. I would like to, by the end of the year, have her complete collection of books. I have several. This one is a little beat up, but I also been looking when I buy books from the thrift shop is beach books that I can bring to the beach that are small, that I don't mind if they get a little dirty, that they can be replaced easily. They're not that expensive. So this is one of Octavia Butler's books. I think there's 2 books in this series, or maybe 3. This is Parable of the Talents, and I don't think she won. Did she win a award? I don't think she awarded an award for this one. I'm not sure if she did or not. But I like the cover of this one. This is the old one. What do they call this? Mass market? Is that what this is? For trade size. But it's great. You can go right in your purse, your beach bag, and you can kind of read it. So I'm slowly collecting the rest of her books. So that was one that I got. And then when I went in the store, they had on display this. And I have yet to see Fences with Denzel Washington and Octavia Spencer. Is it her? Am I saying the right person? No. It's not Octavia Spencer. I can't think of her name right now. She does that How to Get Away with Murder movie show. Blanking right now. Great actress, and I just botched that. But this is the actual play, Fences, that the movie was based on, and it's very short, but I kind of want to give it a go before I watch the movie. And I missed it in the theater, so I probably will have to wait now until it's actually. I think now it is actually available online, so I can rent it and watch it. So I have that one by August Wilson. I go back and forth of whether to invest in books that I haven't read, like to invest in series that I haven't read the series yet. But I also am the type of person that I try to get books after this series has been complete or close to completing, so that I don't have to wait, because I forget things in the series, and it makes it for a not so good reading experience. So when the lovely author of the Harry Potter books, who went under the pseudonym Robert Galbraith, came out with the mystery series. The first book was called The Cuckoo's Calling. I bought that one used, and I said I'm going to read it. But then I was like, no, I'm going to wait because they know there were more coming. I don't know if this is just a trilogy, but I've been collecting them, and I'm hoping that they're going to be good, or I'll be very angry that I bought them. But I am buying them all used, and this is used and very cheap. So, and it looks like nobody even read it, which I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. But this is the third book in the series. There's The Cuckoo's Calling, The Silkworm, and this one is Career of Evil. It's a mystery written by her. It was her first foray into adult fiction after the Hunger Games books, right? Not the Hunger Games, I'm sorry. After the Harry Potter books. You can tell it's those days. You know, once in those days you just make mistakes all over the place. So that one's, and it's called a Cormoran Strike novel. I guess that's the person in it. So those are the books that I got at the used bookstore, and I to celebrate my children going to the dentist and having a good checkup. But I love going and supporting, like I said, independent stores, because there's very few of them. They seem to be going away quite rapidly. But I decided this year that I was going to start a new tradition, which also fulfills my book buying need. And at the end of Black History Month, I'll treat myself to a Black History book that I want to buy, that I've been wanting to buy, and buy one for myself. So this one I've been wanting to read for years now, and I haven't. Because it's a chunker and it's intimidating for me, but I feel this is the year that I'm going to do it. So I bought, drumroll, The Warmth of Other Suns, The Epic Story of America's Great Migration by Isabel Wilkerson. They had hardcover, but I really wanted it like this, so I can really open it and get in there and, you know, mark up things. And I am going to take my time and read this as it should be. It is a book about the migration of the African Americans in this country from the South to the North, and it goes through a span of from 1915 to 1970, and it was 6 million people. That's what it says. Almost 6 million people changed the face of America. Yeah. So I've been hearing a lot. My old book club, they had read it prior to my arrival as a book selection, and I just couldn't imagine, because I'm sitting here going, what? That's so big. I don't know if I could do it. It's over 500 pages. But every person that has read it has only had good things to say. It's very important to read now, and I think it's one of those ones that you just have to own. So I think my new tradition will be, at the end of Black History Month, I will get a book that's of significant importance, not just like a fiction that's probably nonfiction, and something that I can learn from. So this is my first of many, and it's really beautiful. Like, you can get a look at the cover, and even the spine is pretty on it too. And I've been wanting it. I watched and I'm like, oh, I'll get it. But I thought this was the time. So I will let you know when I get into it and when I read it and my thoughts on it too. But that was my my treat for myself for Black History Month. So that's my book haul today. I will share more thoughts on some of the books from women's history and all the other things when I get those completed. But I hope you're having a good reading month, and I hope that you all are getting to shop for books too, because it's just it's not a bad addiction. It's not really. But I hope you have a blessed day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.